this is a great opportunity, we think, for us too, to continue this communication tool where we can talk about anything that's on your mind. We talk about some of the things that are impacting our community, and we try and keep it every week relevant and fresh. We do have Councilwoman Janet Miller with us today in the back of the room, so she's not here as often as I would like her to be. So if you have any tough questions, we will ask Janet today to answer all of those. This is our 15th weekly briefing, so I hope that you continue to find these valuable. We, again, believe that these are important to the community. And I want to talk about the community for just a second because it really has restored my faith, and we talk about all the time. We are a great community, a community that is a giving, loving community, and one that comes together, and that was very well demonstrated this last week. I witnessed a couple of different events this past week. I was able to spend some time down at Convoy of Hope on a Saturday of this past Saturday. They served over 8,000 needy people with a wide variety of services, goods. They provided immunizations, backpacks full of school supplies, haircuts, family portraits, bags of food, and they did it in an incredibly timely fashion. It was well planned out, but it just demonstrates the wonderful, caring community that we live in. I recognize there are people in need. They showed up in big numbers down there at Convoy of Hope, but I was pleased to witness what this community came together to do in an incredible fashion, and it was heartwarming. Emotional week at the ballpark, as you know. Tuesday was pretty special. Again, it demonstrated a community's ability to come together and help a grieving family, and I will tell you that family appreciated it immensely. The father of Kaiser Carlisle shared with me on a number of occasions how much he appreciated it. He really thinks of Wichita as his home now, and he multiple times reminded me to share with Via Christi that they were outstanding. So Via Christi did an unbelievable job in the care that they gave the family and the care that they showed everyone, and he was very appreciative of that. So it just shows you our ability as a community to come together in ways that we recognize, but then we get to demonstrate that for the whole country at times, and it's continues to give me optimism and faith that we're the best community that anyone could live in. Also had the opportunity yesterday morning to ride with one of our police officers, and I need to do that more often. Again, gave me a great opportunity to witness firsthand the interactions of our police officers, the good work that they do, and a lengthy discussion with this officer, Officer Howard, that works for Patrol South. Loves his job. Here's a man that's very religious, went to a 4-year school that was religious-based, got his degree in accounting, and loves being a police officer, and it shows. And we have more of those that don't get noticed, and again, that restores my faith in all that we do. This kind of ties into it. I want to talk about an upcoming celebration of safe communities. We are going to recognize on September the 15th between 5:30 and 9 o'clock community-wide events celebrating safe communities. It's one where you can register. Registration's open right now. We encourage that. This marks our 4th year celebrating with safe communities. It's sponsored by the National Crime Prevention, and the city participates every way that we can. The event supports our public safety mission to provide a safe and secure community, and this is done throughout the community engagement with partners and our relationships. You can register Celebrate Safe Communities at wichita.gov/celebrate safe. Registration lets us know your participation. Also makes it possible for members of the Wichita Police and Fire Departments to attend as many parties as possible in between emergencies. And if you're having ice cream, the mayor would try and be there too. So we would encourage you to register so that we know that you're having these celebrations. It's really easy to participate in a different way. We see people with just block parties, cookouts, ice cream socials, games for the kids, and we really like seeing our communities celebrate, as I mentioned. We have great reason to celebrate in our community. If you have any questions regarding registration or any kind of participation, I encourage you to call 268-4165. Again, call 268-4165 if you have questions about how to register or how to participate. We welcome those calls. Just to give you some really quick numbers, and we're encouraging this to change. In 2012, we had 67 registered neighborhood parties. In 13, we only had 43, and in 2014, it declined to 35. We want to reverse that trend. Mayor needs more ice cream. As I mentioned, reason to celebrate. My faith truly had an opportunity to be restored, and it's been an emotional week. So we'll open it up for questions.
By any chance, is the city of Wichita going to conduct an investigation regarding Kaiser?
I don't know of any plans to do that investigation. We have some police officers here that if they want to answer that question.
They will look into. You want to speak with investigations more in reference to that, but they are looking into the incident itself to see whether or not there's anything there. So the investigations will be tracking that.
Is there any update on the search for police chief?
I can tell you that we've narrowed the candidates down to 5. I say we. There was a whole committee that did that. We have a series of different groups that are going to be participating in interview processes that are going to start taking place. And some of those are taking place, I think, the majority next week. They will narrow those 5 down to 2 and then release those 2 names to the public, because then we'll hold some public-style interviews of some nature. I don't have all of the details or logistics of how that's going to play out. And then out of that, the manager will select his next police chief. So we hope to have that chief of police in place by September, I think, is still the goal.
We had a public hearing on the Wichita budget. Only a couple of people showed up for that. I know we're getting closer to finalizing that. County will talk about its budget tonight. They will allow public comment. Are we still wanting to have an open public meeting between the county and city?
I would certainly encourage that, Craig. I just, at this stage, they have said they're not interested in holding an en banc on the budget. So I don't believe that will happen. It's starting to get late now to try and tie schedules together to do that, and but we are going to encourage future en bancs. There's a number of things that we need to do in a more collaborative fashion, and I think one way to air some of those concerns is in just simply an en banc style meeting. So we will encourage those things to happen in the future. We don't have any planned right now, but we recognize that we're a regional community, and there there's no reason not for us to work together in a significant fashion.